Birthday Hawa, birthday Awashai, birthday Hawa, birthday Awashai, call Allah Yahweh, Al-Hayna, Yahweh, Shem Yashai, Bashim Kakadash. All praises to Yahweh, Shem Yashai, Bashim Kakadash, call Allah Yahweh, Al-Hayna, Yahweh, Shem Yashai, Bashim Kakadash. Birthday Hawa, birthday Awashai, birthday Hawa, birthday Awashai, birthday Hawa, Shem Yashai, Bashim Kakadash. Bless you, Most High Yahweh. Bless you, Most High, in the name of the Lord, God, Son, Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Alright, which I was just saying in the Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, the language has been returned unto us, Hebrew Israelites, that we can, of course, praise and call upon our power with one consent. Alright, spirit and truth. Alright, so true worshipers. Of course, giving double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who alright, Shin Kabbalah, Shal Yakim now, was a Kony now, Shal Yasha'Allah, by the Waller of Cub. Alright, by Ith, giving double honors to our apostles and elders Great Millstone, which are, of course, the elders of all Israel. All right, the men that walked with Yahweh Shai. All right, and times past 2,000 years ago. All right, and other reincarnations. All right, we do believe that. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because the spirit of prophets are subject to the prophets. All right, and of course, giving a shalom to the election, the first fruits, the choicest parts, the best real. All right, the Bachayarium, all right, the chosen, the selected, all right, the aristocrats, starting with the Ra'ashim, which are your elect prophets, all right, which are going into your the government body, or Masharah, Shal Yashala, the election of the nation of Israel, the elect government, all right, is going to rule as joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, all right. Of course, you have the rest of the elect, or Sha'ar remnant, remainder of the 1/3, which is a great peaceful multitude of believers. All right, who hear the words of Yahweh Shem Yashai and have been sealed with this testimony as well. All right, and we preach this word. All right, and of course we give the understanding of it, to the rest of the Bashar, the body of Yahweh Shai. All right, of course, this is all due to Ruach HaKodesh, with the Holy Spirit. All right, so I'm the brother Makba from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp. If I didn't introduce myself, all right, Makba means truth. All right, Plaintables Camp here in Philadelphia. Let's come in with a wee lesson. So another Ibaryath Dapalath, which is a Hebrew prayer, and a pray more. All right, series. All right, which I think pray more. You could say Palal, and which is pray, and I think more. A way to say it more is Rabah or Rab, which I believe like much, exceedingly. All right, to multiply, I believe, when you look into that Hebrew word. All right, so we gotta pray abundantly, exceedingly. The scriptures speak about how we're supposed to pray unceasingly. Okay, so this is something, of course, we have to do. This is our communication to Yahweh Shem Yashai. Korah, our calling, our calling. La Alahaya Yahweh Shem Yashai, to my power, or our power, Alahaya now Yahweh Shem Yashai. We do that through praying, all right, which is a begging or supplication to Yahweh Shem Yashai. All right, we're saying or now please, Yahweh Shem Yashai, to hear us, all right, and he's no going to ignore, the different petitions of the elect, all right. Of course, you have angels that present, of course, the prayers of the saints, all right. I believe Raphael is one of them, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we have, of course, Yahweh Shai, the chief angel, all right, himself, that gives, of course, our prayers to Yahweh, all right, being our mediator, okay? So prayer is essential, all right, especially in this life, all right? This is how you're going to get, of course, things in action. Things are going to manifest themselves through praying, which you have to pray, having faith, believing that you're going to receive that which you ask for, all right? Ask for, of course, things that are spiritual, all right? So, in all things in general, but, you want to be in the spirit, all right? The Lord is not going to suffer us to be without and such, The Lord always going to sustain his elect. All right, so going into Psalms 56 and 12, which trying to look for my actual Bible, so I can. Psalms 56 and 12, which it reads, Thy vows are upon me, O power. I will render praises unto thee. Thy vows are upon me, O power. I will render praises unto thee. powerful prayer. You know, when I read this, you know what I mean, you get into these spirits where, like, if you just lock in the spirit, you know, you could really feel, you know, the Lord, the spirit presence of Yahweh Shem Shai upon you, the face. All right, his face, upon your cut, his face. All right, you know, when you get into these words. All right, and his promises are upon, of course, the nation of Israel, but starting with the elect. All right, because the elect, they're promised salvation and deliverance. Okay, they're promised, you know, the kingdom. All right, you know, and like there's levels to this. You know, there's different things that the Lord promised. You know what I mean, he made, of course, he put his word on that's going to deliver. All right, we got to remember that. You know, it's only for Israel that's getting this salvation and getting, you know what I mean, these different blessings that are for Yasha'Allah. All right, which the earth was made for earth's sakes. All right, the planets and all of that too. You know what I mean, we gonna receive all of that, man. So let's just get into this real quick in the Ibaryath in the Hebrew. All right, this is a good thing to say. You know, like you can say, like an affirmation, just words of faith. You know that, you know, the Lord, which you have our forefather David. You know what I mean? He said this and prayed this, and I believe, of course, obviously, our rest of our forefathers did as well. All right, and other, of course, elect believers, Israelites. All right. So just going into it, you got it here. It says Il Yah. All right, Il meaning upon, and Yah means me. Il Yah. Il Yah Alahayim. All right, meaning, you know, you got there the English, oh God. It just says Alahayim, power. All right, powers, that is. Okay, plural. Okay, the promises are of Yahweh Shem Shai speaking of. All right, Nadar Yaka, Nadar Yaka. All right, which Nadar goes into vows, a thing promised. All right, and you have Yaka meaning thy or your. Okay, and you have are you, your, meaning thy vows. Okay, Saki, and it says Shalom, which you should know that word meaning peace. All right. Also, I believe it goes into when you look into it, also to render. All right. I believe make whole or bring to complete too. When you look into it, but you know, that's that word for shalom. All right. See, I just wanted to check something real quick. In the interlinear, just looking up that word to bring out some more too. You also have shalom goes into to be peace, one and covenant of peace. All right, and only Israel is in the covenant agreement with Yahweh Shem Shai. Also means to be sound. Okay, to be repaid. All right. Okay, and we have of course things that, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to pay us back. You know what I mean, as being his people. All right. Now you have here Tha Wadath, or yeah, Tha Wadath, which goes into, I believe it might be the I believe the root is Yadat, or actually the root is from Yada, which goes into like Yada, which means to give thanks, to confess. All right, a thanks offering. All right, and you have la ka is la is two, and ka is you. All right, so all together, you know, you would pray Yahweh Shem Shai B'Shem V'Gadas B'Shah Shema Pathiyata, Most High, in the name of the God Son, please hear my prayer now. And you say Il Yah Alahayim Nadar Yaka Shalom Tha Wadath Laka. Thy vows are upon me, O power, I will render praises unto thee. All right, we're giving and confessing the names of Yahweh Shem Shai. the names of the Lord and praying for mercy in all things. Shalom to the elect.